and for the third Saturday of May 2026, a few stray thoughts, and a few general remarks, and a few points of view, by way of a roundup of the week, all my own musings.
Indian political parties, so many, so weird. Indian political canvas, so wide, so colorful. BJP, Congress, Shiv Sena, TDP, TMC, DMK. Communist Party, JDU, BJP. So many, oh, so many.
Like governance first. TVK's Vijay was sworn in as Tamil Nadu's chief minister, Suvendu Adhikari as chief minister, West Bengal, and Himanta Biswas as chief minister of Assam. Congress's Sathisen and NDA's Rangaswamy are in line for Keralam and Puducherry.
West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. The New Guard. Full 6 stanza Vande Mataram was played at Vijay's swearing-in. This has sparked protocol debate amongst the opposition parties in Tamil Nadu. Notably, Vande Mataram was not sung at the swearing-in ceremony of Suvendu Adhikari, who took oath as the Chief Minister of West Bengal.
আমি শুভেন্দু অধিকারী ঈশ্বরের নামে শপথ করিতেছি যে বিধি দ্বারা স্থাপিত ভারতের সংবিধানের প্রতি আমি অকৃত্রিম নিষ্ঠা ও আনুগত্য পোষণ করিব।
Si Joseph Vijay எனும் நான் தமிழ்நாட்டு அரசின் முதலமைச்சர் என்ற முறையில் எனது கவனத்திற்குள்ளாவதும் தெரிய வருவதுமான எந்த பொருளையும் முதலமைச்சரின் கடமைகளை உரியவாறு நிறைவேற்ற தேவையான அளவுக்கன்றி ஒருவரிடமோ பலரிடமோ.
Vijay pays homage to Periyar. Suvendu pays homage to Tagore.
No Jai Shri Ram, only Kabi Guru. CM Suvendu becomes Sarbadhikari. Suvendu strikes conciliatory tone as Chief Minister. Newly sworn in Chief Minister, Suvendu Adhikari asked supporters to stop raising Jai Shri Ram slogans during his visit to Jorsanko Thakur Bari on Rabindranath Tagore's birth anniversary. This is not the place to say Jai Shri Ram, here only Kabi Guru, Adhikari said, stressing that he now belongs to everyone as Chief Minister. He also urged people to move beyond political bickering and focus on rebuilding Bengal's education, culture and public life. Tagore tribute marks symbolic first stop. Adhikari visited Jorsanko straight after taking oath at Brigade Parade Ground and paid homage to Rabindranath Tagore on his 166th birth anniversary. The CM bowed before Tagore's bust and said Bengal should be guided by the poet's consciousness and ideals. He later interacted with officials at Rabindra Bharati University, his alma mater, and spent time with the Vice-Chancellor over tea and snacks on campus.
आज गुरुदेव रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर का पुण्य जन्मदिन। इस अवसर पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी पुष्पांजलि कर रहे हैं এবং সেই সঙ্গে আছেন সিএম ডেজিগনেট শ্রী শুভেন্দু অধিকারী।
Kerala. Kerala CM deadlock. The suspense over who will become Kerala's next chief minister continues, as the Congress leadership is yet to announce its final decision, despite several rounds of discussions in the national capital. A post on X read, "Hilarious tough fight between Kerala BJP and National BJP. Kerala BJP wants KC Venugopal in Kerala. National BJP wants KC Venugopal in Delhi." In response, Shri Rajiv Chandrasekhar wrote, "My response, I will neither confirm nor deny that this is true." Kerala News. May 13, 2026, Kerala CM suspense enters ninth day, Kargai, Rahul Gandhi to hold crucial meeting at 5:30 p.m. Kerala News. May 14, 2026, Kerala CM decision today. Congress to decide from Venugopal, Satisan or Chennithala. Congress to name new Kerala Chief Minister on May 14 after UDF's win in Kerala Assembly elections 2026. KC Venugopal, DD Satisan and Ramesh Chennithala lead race amid pressure for quick decision. Kerala CM deadlock. The suspense over who will become Kerala's next chief minister continues, as the Congress leadership is yet to announce its final decision, despite several rounds of discussions in the national capital. A post on X read, "Hilarious tough fight between Kerala BJP and National BJP. Kerala BJP wants KC Venugopal in Kerala. National BJP wants KC Venugopal in Delhi." In response, Shri Rajiv Chandrasekhar wrote, "My response, I will neither confirm nor deny that this is true." Kerala News. May 13, 2026, Kerala CM suspense enters ninth day, Kargai, Rahul Gandhi to hold crucial meeting at 5:30 p.m. Kerala News. May 14, 2026, Kerala CM decision today. Congress to decide from Venugopal, Satisan or Chennithala. Congress to name new Kerala Chief Minister on May 14 after UDF's win in Kerala Assembly elections 2026. KC Venugopal, DD Satisan and Ramesh Chennithala lead race amid pressure for quick decision. Fingers crossed. For 10 long days. And finally, Kerala MCM is selected.
Emphatic decision.
I express my gratitude towards the ACC leaders, the Congress, Rahul ji and other leaders. And I dedicate my simple session to the people of Kerala. We have offered many things. We will work for them. We will build a team and work for Kerala, future Kerala. We will make changes. We will create a new era. That is our task.
So many MLAs have come together. There were different opinions. Now you have to have a challenge to bring everybody together.
Democratic.
Yes.
Democracy is the discourse. Discourse. That is happening. Congress party is a democratic party. That process has completed. They have discussed with all the MLAs and MPs,
Yes.
senior leaders, and they have taken a decision.
Yes.
Like center of attraction at Vijay's swearing-in was his girlfriend, actress Trisha. Vijay's wife Sangeetha and children were conspicuous by absence. Thankfully, Suvendu is a bachelor. Like, I do not agree that TVK is not a party, but a crowd, do you?
What just happened in Tamil Nadu? The dark horse racing past the finish line. I know everyone said that Bengal will be the biggest story, but the upset that has been witnessed in the southern state was beyond most people's imagination. TVK has 38% of the vote share right now and inching towards the halfway mark.
Yes, the new party that has been launched by actor Vijay is the clear winner. He has come out of nowhere. This is the first election he is fighting, and he really seems to have slayed the two Dravidian parties. He has done what Captain Vijay Kant couldn't do, what Rajnikant hoped to do but never tried, and what Kamala Hassan failed to do.
To give you an idea of how big this really is, let us tell you how other stars have fared. For perspective, Tamil Nadu has a great tradition of actors in politics. MGR and Jayalalitha, the leaders of AIADMK, are both actors, and so was M. Karunanidhi, the patriarch of the DMK, and yet when Kamal Hassan launched his own party in 2018, he fought in the general elections in 2019 and in assembly in 2021, but only got about 3% in the last assembly election.
Compared to that, 38% for Vijay's debut is phenomenal. It's actually a little bit like the feat that N.T. Ramarao, the actor and founder of the Telugu Desam Party, had achieved in 1983. At that time, NTR became the first non-Congress Chief Minister of unified Andhra Pradesh just months after the TDP was formed. And as we know, his party is now a part of the ruling alliance at the centre, led by Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. So it really could be the beginning of a new phenomenon in the South.
The thing to note is that Vijay is an alternative to the Dravidian duopoly that has dominated the South for the last few decades. A Christian by faith, Vijay has promised 8 grams of gold for brides and free education loans for young people in his manifesto. His win shows how his popularity among the youth in Tamil Nadu was decisive and that voters are always looking for great alternatives. Is this the first electoral victory delivered by the Gen Z?
Many have talked about the fact that Vijay's popularity came from his anti-establishment films, his refusal to play with either the DMK or the BJP-backed AIDMK. By constantly summoning him to the Enforcement Directorate's office, the BJP may have even increased his popularity. However, now that he has won, Vijay will have to carefully script his political story. As other startups such as the AAP have seen, the road to the top can also turn rocky quite easily.
Tarkuriya TVK support பண்ற கோடிக்கணக்கான லட்சக்கணக்கான மக்கள் நம்மளுடைய நண்பிகள் நம்மளுடைய Gen Z kids எல்லாரையும் தற்குறிகள்னு சொல்லி வாங்கி கட்டிக்கிட்டு இப்போ அவங்களாம் தற்குறியெல்லாம் கிடையாது, அப்படியெல்லாம் அவங்கள கூப்பிடாதீங்க, அவங்க சங்கிகள்லாம் கிடையாது, அப்படியெல்லாம் அவங்கள கூப்பிடாதீங்கன்னு சொல்லி ஒரு குரல். யாருடா அந்த குரல் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா,
Like newly sworn in West Bengal Minister M.S. Paul said, "We are here to serve, not rule." But then that is exactly what newly elected Hungarian Prime Minister Magyar said. Great men think and speak alike.
हम लोग सेवा करने के लिए आए हैं, शासन नहीं, और आज पहला दिन है सेवा करने का। आज हमारे सम्मानीय आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री शुभेंदु अधिकारी का नेतृत्व में आगामी दिन बंगाल के लोगों के लिए कैसे सेवा करेंगे। 50 साल बंगाल को कुछ नहीं मिला है, बहुत काम है, बहुत काम करना है, 365 डेज 24/7 काम करना है टीम वर्क हिसाब से।
Like while flagging Tamil Nadu's 10 lakh crore debt, paradoxically CM Vijay began by giving 200 units of free electricity. Political compulsion, but he began his career well by spitting ADMK. Vijay was sworn in as Tamil Nadu's chief minister amid massive celebrations in Chennai. Vijay promised real secular and social justice during his first chief minister speech. Vijay mentioned that Tamil Nadu government inherited rupees 10 lakh crore debt. The party has emptied the treasury, Vijay said after the swearing-in ceremony. Vijay announced white paper on Tamil Nadu finances from 2021 till 2026. Vijay's government introduced free electricity scheme and Singap pen force for women's safety. Vijay vowed strict action against drug abuse and criminal activities statewide. Vijay said transparency will define every decision taken by his government.
The astrologer, who failed to predict his future. Vijay drops astrologer aide after 24-hour political storm.
And a day after appointing TVK spokesperson and astrologer as an officer on special duty to the Chief Minister, the Tamil Nadu government has revoked that appointment. An order was issued to remove the astrologer from the post after facing backlash from opposition in the State Assembly over the controversial appointment. Even Vijay's allies questioned the appointment, with many criticizing the veracity of the post and the thought process behind it. However, Vetrivel continues to remain a spokesperson of the TVK. Almost a year ahead of the state elections, Vetrivel had interpreted Vijay's horoscope in public interviews and videos, predicting the rise to power of his then newly launched TVK party.
Did Vijay's astrologer turned OSD fail to predict his own political future? Because barely 24 hours after being appointed officer on special duty inside the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's office, Ratin Pandit Vetrivel, the astrologer of Vijay, has now been shown the door. In his first political embarrassment, Joseph Vijay was criticized by his own allies and of course the opposition for appointing his astrologer as his officer on special duty, which is a government job. They ultimately voted in favor of Vijay. Of course, he got 144, a whopping number, 144 MLAs who voted in support of him. Even 25 AIADMK MLAs voted in favor of Vijay. So while he got all that support, it did not come with a fair share of criticism. A lot of his allies who criticized Vijay for appointing his astrologer as his OSD, and quickly, right after the floor test, Vijay decides to axe the astrologer from the government job. His appointment was quickly revoked. This turned out to be Vijay's indeed first major perception battle as a chief minister.
Like in Keralam, P. Vijayan created a flutter by alleging that Sathisen, chief minister-to-be, is an RSS mole. Unbelievable. What's the deal? Then Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan had targeted opposition leader V.D. Sathisen over old RSS event photo.
Power and popularity do not confer constitutional immunity. Delhi High Court issues criminal contempt order against Kejriwal and others.
The Delhi High Court has initiated criminal contempt proceedings against Arvind Kejriwal and several senior AAP leaders over an alleged defamatory campaign targeting the judiciary. Contempt proceedings have also been initiated against Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, Saurabh Bharadwaj, Durgesh Pathak and Vinay Mishra. Justice Warana Kanta Sharma cited alleged letters, edited videos, and social media posts targeting the judge and the judiciary.
Delhi High Court, in a significant pronouncement on the scope of criminal contempt, judicial independence, and the limits of public criticism against courts in the age of social media, in the backdrop of coordinated social media campaigns, edited videos, public speeches, and repeated allegations questioning the integrity and impartiality of a sitting judge who rejected the prayer of the litigants, Arvind Kejriwal and others, in a proceedings arising out of the Delhi excise policy case. The single-judge bench of Swarana Kanta Sharma, J., initiated the contempt proceeding against the respondents, holding that statements and conduct of the respondents, including Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia, Durgesh Pathak, Sanjay Singh, Devesh Vishwakarma, Saurabh Bharadwaj and others, prima facie amounted to scandalizing the court, lowering its authority, and obstructing administration of justice, and fell within the ambit of criminal contempt under Section 2, c. Contempt of Courts Act, 1971.
You are watching Sanglikar's Weekly. Mulayam's younger son, the non-political Pahalwan, Pratik Yadav dies at 38.
मैं लंदन में था और ऑक्सफोर्ड स्ट्रीट पे मैंने पहली बार लैम्बोर्गिनी की एक गलाडो गाड़ी आती थी, सेम कंपनी की, दूसरा मॉडल। जब मैंने वो पहली बार देखी तो मैं इतना खुश हुआ।
He belonged to one of India's most powerful political families, but unlike the rest of the Yadav clan, he stayed away from the rallies, speeches and elections. Instead, he built a life around fitness, luxury cars, business and a private lifestyle. Now, at just 38 years old, Pratik Yadav is no more.
एक बहुत अच्छा लड़का जो अपने मेहनत से कुछ करना चाहता था, बहुत दुखद है वो आज हमारे बीच नहीं है।
Pratik Yadav reportedly fell ill late on the night of May 12th and collapsed at his Lucknow home. He was taken to civil hospital and briefly returned home after his condition improved, but was rushed back again in the morning after his health worsened. He reportedly fell unconscious in the kitchen at home. Doctors later declared him dead. Pratik Yadav was the younger son of late Mulayam Singh Yadav and his second wife Sadhana Gupta. But unlike his half-brother Akhilesh Yadav and several others in the family, Pratik chose to stay away from frontline politics. He rarely appeared at political events.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi shared a light-hearted moment with Revanth Reddy during a development event in Hyderabad, joking that it would be better if you join me. The remark came after Revanth Reddy urged the centre to support Telangana the way the former UPA government supported Gujarat during Modi's tenure as Chief Minister. Inaugurating projects worth 9,400 Indian rupees crore, Modi highlighted the centre's increased investment in Telangana, especially in railway infrastructure. He noted that the railway budget for Telangana alone now exceeds 5,500 Indian rupees crore, compared to 1,000 Indian rupees crore for undivided Andhra Pradesh earlier.
जब मोदी जी इस देश का प्रधानमंत्री है, लोग मेरे ऊपर उम्मीद रखा है आने वाले 10 साल में तेलंगाना मॉडल बना के 2034 $1 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी रीच करने के लिए लोग उम्मीद रखा है। तो 2034 $1 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी अगर तेलंगाना रीच हो गए तो 2047 तक हम लोग $3 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी आसानी से हम पहुंच जाएंगे। इसके लिए जैसा मनमोहन सिंह जी, मोदी जी कुछ साथ दिए एज ए प्रधानमंत्री, आज हम 4 करोड़ तेलंगाना जनता के तरफ से मेरा गुजारिश है, मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है मोदी जी से, आप भी उतना ही आशीर्वाद इस तेलंगाना राज्य पे रहना है, तब हम तरक्की कर सकते हैं।
मैं रेवंत जी से कहूंगा कि 10 साल के शासन में भारत सरकार ने जितना गुजरात को दिया वो मैं आपको देने को तैयार हूं। लेकिन मेरी जानकारी से मैं आपको बता देता हूं कि जैसे ही मैं ऐसा करूंगा, आपको जो अभी मिल रहा है वो आधा हो जाएगा। आप जहां पहुंचना चाहते हैं नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे, और इसलिए अच्छा है कि मेरे से ही जोड़ो।
Will debate culture start in Indian politics?
Annamalai ji, would love to hear your thoughts, and also please do comment on Tamil Nadu politics because we have a lot of people in our comments who really want to hear about this.
I think we all know the great Shashi Tharoor is a very erudite politician, no doubt about that. He is trying to manufacture a controversy in Stanford, adding to the confusion that is happening in Kerala Congress for the Chief Minister's election. What happened in 60s, 70s and 80s and 90s, and that is a manifestation that happened in 2000, be it the job and be it anything. And now putting all the blame on the BJP government, which came to power much later in all the North Indian states and different parts of our country, is unfair in my personal opinion. If you ask me, the southern states which Congress claims is a different part of our country, and every time Congress wins one state in the southern part of our country, one Congress MP will immediately tweet, South is different, Tamil Nadu is different, Kerala is different, Telangana is different, Andhra is different. And this is for all the Congress MPs who, Shashi Tharoor is also a very close friend to many of those MPs, those who belong to Tamil Nadu. They have to understand, a Congress till now in Tamil Nadu, which was parroting the DMK's language for the last many years, one night they changed to Vijay. One night, overnight they changed. And even chameleon will not change the colors that fast. Overnight, within 24 hours, they change the colors. And now they want to sit separate from DMK. That clearly shows Congress neither takes a position. It always piggybacks on a party which is in power, a regional party. It adapts to the regional party's tune. It speaks their language. And nobody here disputes the fact India is one country. Nobody here disputes the fact that we want to divide people on religion. Nobody disputes it. And especially in Kerala, if you look at it, is also equally happy after 10 years they have come back to power now. And what were they doing for 10 years? What were doing for 10 years? When Shashi Tharoorji opposes SIR, when he thinks SIR is a mechanism invented by the BJP party through the Election Commission of India to disenfranchise some more person. Is there one person in our country, one person in the country, as he said in the last 6 months, I'm a genuine voter, somebody has taken away my vote.
34 lakh people have appealed in Bengal alone.
Tamil Nadu, 97 lakh people, Tamil Nadu. Has one person come out and said that they have taken a genuine voter out? And they keep going after one person in tribunal that happens in West Bengal with not even a proper document, bring them to the national media, keep talking again and again about SIR. That is the unfortunate part. India's moved, but Congress unfortunately stuck in 1960. India's moved on. A new generation wants a very positive set of politics, development politics. We all respect Shashi Tharoorji, a kind of erudite person, well-learned person, a person who has served in United Nations, a person who has always kept India's pride and prestige very high. But when he also starts to speak the Congress party's language, that is where we always have a problem.
Like in Maharashtra, 22 NCP MLAs will switch loyalty to BJP, said Sharad Pawar's grandnephew Rohit Pawar. Possible. Tatkar Patel are restless.
या बातमीपत्राच्या सुरुवातीलाच एक अत्यंत महत्त्वाची बातमी येते थेट राजकीय वर्तुळातून. सुनील तटकरे आणि प्रफुल्ल पटेलांनी आता शरद पवारांची भेट घेतल्याची माहिती आता सूत्रांनी दिली आहे. 12 मे रोजी भेट घेतल्याची सूत्रांची माहिती आहे. शरद पवारांना पक्षातील घडामोडीची माहिती दिली असल्याची ही माहिती आता मिळते. तर भेटीत शरद पवार यांना पक्षातील घडामोडींची माहिती यावेळेला तटकरे आणि पटेल यांनी दिल्याची माहिती आहे.
You are watching Sanglikars Weekly. Like, ED arrested Punjab Industries Minister Arora for money laundering and a POXO case is registered in Telangana against Bhagirath, son of Union Minister Bandar Sanjay Kaya. Bhagirath claimed extortion and Arora screamed victimization. Usual.
Punjab politics rocked by a high voltage ED crackdown. Punjab Minister Sanjeev Arora has been arrested by Enforcement Directorate just hours after multi-city raids at location linked to him in Chandigarh, Delhi and Gurugram. The ED is probing an alleged scam of about 100 crore fake GST and money laundering with claims of bogus mobile phone purchases, export fraud and suspected round-tripping of funds from Dubai. This is the third ED action against Arora in recent months. The AAP leader and Ludhiana West MLA has denied any wrongdoing, while the Aam Aadmi Party has gone on the offensive. Arvind Kejriwal and Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann have accused the BJP-led centre of misusing probe agencies to target opposition leaders ahead of key political battles.
केंद्र सरकार में गृह राज्य मंत्री और बीजेपी नेता बंडी संजय कुमार के 25 साल के बेटे बंडी साई भगीरथ पर एक 17 साल की नाबालिग लड़की के साथ यौन उत्पीड़न का गंभीर आरोप लगा है। इस मामले ने राजनीतिक रंग भी ले लिया है और आरोप प्रत्यारोप का सिलसिला भी शुरू कर दिया है। क्या है ये पूरा मामला, चलिए आपको विस्तार से बताते हैं। बंडी संजय कुमार के बेटे साई भगीरथ के खिलाफ लड़की की मां ने शुक्रवार की रात हैदराबाद के पेट बशीराबाद थाने में शिकायत दर्ज कराई। उन्होंने बताया कि भगीरथ की पहचान उनकी बेटी से हैदराबाद में किसी साझी दोस्त के जरिए हुई थी। शुरुआत में तो कुछ ऐसा नहीं लगा, लेकिन धीरे धीरे भगीरथ शादी का वादा करके लड़की को करीब 6 महीनों तक बहलाता रहा और उसे परेशान करता रहा। सबसे गंभीर आरोप यह है कि भगीरथ लड़की को मोइनाबाद के एक फार्म हाउस पर ले गया, वहां जबरदस्ती शराब पिलाई और लड़की के साफ मना करने के बावजूद उसके साथ गलत हरकत की गई। परिवार का दावा है कि अलग अलग जगहों पर कम से कम 3 बार ऐसी कोशिश की गई। जब लड़की ने शादी की मांग रखी तो भगीरथ ने न सिर्फ मना किया बल्कि उल्टा उसी के परिवार के खिलाफ केस ठोक दिया। पुलिस ने लड़की की मां की शिकायत पर भगीरथ के खिलाफ पॉक्सो एक्ट की धारा 11 और भारतीय न्याय संहिता की संबंधित धाराओं के तहत मामला दर्ज कर दिया।
Crime against women. A woman was allegedly sexually assaulted inside a sleeper bus in Delhi's Rani Bagh area, sparking outrage across the national capital. Police have arrested the driver and conductor in connection with the case and seized the bus used in the incident. The investigation is ongoing, while political reactions and concerns over women's safety in Delhi continue to intensify. New twist in Delhi bus gang rape. Accused claim assault was a monetary dispute. The accused have claimed the incident was a money dispute rather than a sexual assault, a claim that police say is under active investigation and cannot be ruled in or out at this stage. Man offers lift to woman, sexually harasses her in Tamil Nadu. The man fled when the passers-by rushed to the spot hearing her screams. Based on the women's complaint, Ponari police began an investigation. A 40-year-old woman from Amur village near Ponari in Tiruvalur district, who runs a shop near Ponari, was allegedly sexually harassed by a man who offered her a lift on his bike on Wednesday night. He also allegedly bit her ear when she resisted. The police said the incident happened around 8:30 p.m. After traveling some distance, the man allegedly stopped the bike in a secluded area and attempted to sexually assault her. He fled when the passers-by rushed to the spot hearing her screams. Based on her complaint on Thursday, Ponari police began an investigation.
Like, Minister Dharmendra Pradhan owes an apology over yet one more NEET paper leak. Frustrating.
Hat-trick by NTA? Was NEET paper leaked in 2024, 2025 and 2026?
सवाल इस पूरे नेटवर्क को तोड़ने का है, जो बहुत जरूरी इसीलिए क्योंकि केवल 2024 या 2026 यानी इस साल ही नहीं बल्कि पिछले साल भी नीट का पेपर लीक होने का दावा हो रहा है। दावा करने वाले इसी साल के आरोपी।
Diplomacy all around. India is hosting a meeting of foreign ministers from BRICS nations on May 14th to 15th in a precursor to the 18th BRICS summit, which New Delhi will host in September. The meeting, which starts on 14th morning, coincides with United States President Donald Trump's 3-day visit to Beijing for a state visit with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. This week's meeting in New Delhi will bring together the foreign ministers of BRICS countries, who are expected to discuss economic cooperation and coordinate their positions on key global issues.
Just hours before Donald Trump landed in China, a geopolitical bombshell exploded in the Middle East. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu suddenly claimed he secretly visited the UAE during the Iran conflict and personally met UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. But here is where it gets strange. Within hours, the UAE publicly denied it happened. The UAE called the reports entirely unfounded and warned media against spreading unverified political narratives. So why would Netanyahu reveal this now? Was this a message to Iran, a signal to Trump, or pressure ahead of Trump's high-stake China meetings?
China, US should be partners not rivals, says Xi Jinping after meeting Donald Trump. It's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend, and the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Mr. Trump said, "A stable China-US relationship is a boon for the world. Cooperation benefits both sides, while confrontation harms both. We should be partners and not rivals," Mr. Xi said.
At BRICS Delhi meet, Iran takes an empire in decline Egypt at US. Addressing representatives from BRICS nations, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said countries across the world were increasingly recognizing that regional instability is a lose-lose proposition for all sides, including the aggressors.
Those who pursue reckless adventures may believe it furthers their geopolitical interests. But as consumers and governments around the world now sense and understand, regional instability is a lose-lose proposition for all sides, including the aggressors. To virtually everyone in this room, our resistance against US bullying is not an unfamiliar battle. So many of us encounter slight variations of the same repugnant coercion. It is high time for us to jointly step up and work towards making clear that those practices belong in the dustbin of history. Today, our nations are closer to one another than ever before, and we cannot ignore the common and dangerous challenge we all face. History has shown that empires in decline will stop at nothing to arrest their inevitable fates. A wounded animal will desperately claw and roar on its way down.
The war in West Asia, which began on February 28, has triggered heightened geopolitical tensions and a global energy crisis. The effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz, a key route handling nearly a fifth of global oil shipments, has disrupted supplies and pushed crude prices sharply higher, fueling fears of inflation and an economic slowdown. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar struck a cautious note, stressing the importance of stability and uninterrupted maritime trade routes, including through the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea. Increasing use of unilateral sanctions disproportionately affect developing countries, he said. Emerging economies expected BRICS to play a constructive and stabilizing role amid rising geopolitical and economic uncertainty.
Agni 5. ICBM.
ये है अग्नि 5, भारत का न्यूक्लियर हथियार ले जाने की सलाहियत रखने वाला एक ताकतवर इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल। हजारों किलोमीटर तक मार करने वाला ये मिसाइल इंतहाई तेज रफ्तार के साथ चंद ही लम्हों में अपने टारगेट की जानिब बढ़ता है। जदीद टेक्नोलॉजी, डेडली एक्यूरेसी और एटमी सलाहियत के कॉम्बिनेशन ने अग्नि 5 को भारत के सबसे खतरनाक स्ट्रेटेजिक हथियारों में शामिल कर दिया है। ये एक इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल ICBM है, जिसकी लंबाई तकरीबन 17 मीटर यानी 55.7 फुट और कतर तकरीबन 2 मीटर है। इसके स्ट्रक्चर को 3 बड़े हिस्सों में तकसीम किया जाता है। पहला स्टेज, एक ताकतवर ठोस ईंधन वाला बूस्टर जो मिसाइल को जमीन से बुलंद करके इब्तदाई रफ्तार फराहम करता है। दूसरा स्टेज, जो मिड फ्लाइट के मरहले में रफ्तार और रेंज को मजीद बढ़ाता है और मिसाइल को उसके रास्ते पर मुस्तहकम रखता है। तीसरा स्टेज, जो फाइनल फेज में मिसाइल को अपने तयशुदा टारगेट की तरफ इंतहाई दरस्तगी के साथ ले जाता है। और सबसे आखिर में इसका वॉरहेड सिस्टम आता है। अग्नि 5 आमतौर पर मल्टीपल इंडिपेंडेंटली टारगेटेबल रीएंट्री व्हीकल्स यानी मिर्व टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ मुंसलिक किया जाता है, जिसमें एक ही मिसाइल से एक से ज्यादा वॉरहेड्स मुख्तलिफ टारगेट्स पर निशाना बनाने की सलाहियत रखते हैं। ये तादाद मुख्तलिफ जराए के मुताबिक तकरीबन 8 तक बयान की जाती है। यानी ये मिसाइल एक ही फ्लाइट में एक से ज्यादा टारगेट्स को निशाना बनाने की सलाहियत रखता है।
Oil India Q4 profits increased by 62%, and HPCL posted record profit of 17,258 crores for financial year 26, whereas Air India's losses swelled to $3 billion in financial year 26.
महारत्न कंपनी हिंदुस्तान पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड अर्थात HPCL 5 साल में सबसे ज्यादा डिविडेंड बांटने जा रही है। हिंदुस्तान पेट्रोलियम कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड के बोर्ड ने 5 साल में सबसे ज्यादा डिविडेंड देने को अपनी अप्रूवल दी है। HPCL ने साल 2026 के लिए हर शेयर पर 19 रुपए 25 पैसे का डिविडेंड देने की घोषणा कर दी है। यह बात CNBC TV 18 की एक रिपोर्ट में कही गई है।
Air India has posted annual losses of about 22,000 crore rupees for the financial year 2026. Now, this humongous loss has compelled the company to seek financial aid from its shareholders, as per a report by Bloomberg. Now, the year has been particularly difficult for Air India. It was a period punctuated by the deadly crash of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner in Ahmedabad. Now, this, of course, was followed by the closure of Pakistani airspace to Indian carriers and, of course, the recent West Asia conflict. The loss recorded by Air India is larger in dollar terms than $1.6 billion, and this is the internal company loss estimated, like we told you, by Bloomberg. Now, Air India's controlling shareholder Tata Group, as well as Singapore Airlines, which owns about 25% in the carrier, they're both seemingly in talks to inject the much-needed cash. Now, the record loss comes at a critical juncture for Air India. The company's CEO, Campbell Wilson, just last week announced his intention to step down later this year. And if that was not enough, the airline was ranked worst for safety issues in the aviation regulator's last annual audit. And despite ambitious fleet expansion plans, the airline has struggled to lift yield and improve service to desired levels. Now, the board of Tata Sons has seemingly also set the condition of stemming Air India's losses as one of the key conditions for approving a third term for Tata Group chairman N. Chandrasekaran. The airline had started the fiscal year on a positive note, posting operating profits in the first few weeks of April 2025. Now, that turned after Pakistan closed its airspace to Indian Airlines following Operation Sindoor, forcing them to take longer routes to US and Europe. And then, of course, came the deadly crash in June of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which killed more than 240 people. It sent the carrier reeling, prompting it to reduce international and domestic services.
Breaking news. Next news item, oh, it's breaking fast. Next news item, blink and it's gone.
Like PM, Modi gave a call for austerity. Markets fell. Opposition criticized PM. In Maharashtra, Deputy Chief Minister Shinde bought a spanking new EV in respectful compliance of PM's call to save petrol.
Is India heading back to COVID-era work culture? PM Modi drops hints.
Is India heading back to COVID-era work culture? PM Modi drops hints.
साथियों, आज भारत तेजी से विकसित होने के लक्ष्य की तरफ आगे बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन इस समय भारत कई विराट चुनौतियों का मुकाबला भी कर रहा है। साथियों, कोरोना काल के दौरान ही दुनिया सप्लाई चेन के बहुत बड़े संकट से गिर गई थी। कोविड के बाद यूक्रेन में युद्ध शुरू हो गया, उसने दुनिया की परेशानियां और बढ़ा दी। फूड, फ्यूल, फर्टिलाइजर, इन तीनों चीजों पर गंभीर प्रभाव पड़ा। बीते 5-6 वर्षों में इस संकट से निपटने के लिए हमारी सरकार निरंतर प्रयास कर रही है। साथियों, भारत के पास बड़े बड़े तेल के कुएं नहीं है। हमें अपनी जरूरत का पेट्रोल, डीजल, गैस, ये सब बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में दुनिया के दूसरे देशों से, बाहर से मंगाना पड़ता है। युद्ध की वजह से पूरी दुनिया में पेट्रोल, डीजल, गैस और फर्टिलाइजर के दाम बहुत अधिक बढ़ चुके हैं, आसमान को भी पार कर गए हैं। अड़ोस पड़ोस में देशों में क्या हाल है वो तो अखबारों में आता है। भारत सरकार इस युद्ध के पिछले 2 महीनों से देशवासियों को इस संकट से बचाने के लिए लगातार प्रयास कर रही है। अब देश को सर्वोपरि रखते हुए, मां भारती को सर्वोपरि रखते हुए हमें एकजुट होकर के लड़ना होगा। वैश्विक संकट के इस समय में हमें कर्तव्यों को सर्वोपरि रखते हुए कुछ संकल्प लेने होंगे और उन संकल्पों को पूरे समर्पण भाव से पूरा करना होगा। जैसे एक बड़ा संकल्प है पेट्रोल डीजल का संयम से इस्तेमाल करना। साथियों, हमें पेट्रोल डीजल का उपयोग कम करना होगा। हमने कोरोना के समय में वर्क फ्रॉम होम की, ऑनलाइन मीटिंग्स की, वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस की, ऐसी अनेक व्यवस्थाएं विकसित की और हमें आदत भी हो गई थी। आज समय की मांग ऐसी है कि उन व्यवस्थाओं को हम फिर से शुरू करें तो वो देश हित में होगा। साथियों, गोल्ड यानी सोने की खरीद एक और पहलू है जिसमें विदेशी मुद्रा बहुत अधिक खर्च होती है। इन देश हित में हमको ये तय करना पड़ेगा कि साल भर तक घर में कोई भी फंक्शन हो, कोई भी कार्यक्रम हो, हम सोने के गहने नहीं खरीदेंगे, सोना नहीं खरीदेंगे।
PM Modi's second message in 24 hours amid worst crisis in decades. Drive less, buy less, travel less. Market experts see PM Modi's call to cut oil imports, work from home practices as a prelude to tougher steps ahead. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call for reducing dependence on imported oil and curbing energy wastage has brought India's external vulnerability back into focus at a time when global commodity uncertainties are threatening to inflate the country's import bill.
Viewers, with uncertainty around the Iran conflict continuing, Prime Minister Narendra Modi urged citizens of India for a second time to become Bhagidars for a stronger and more self-reliant Bharat. He made 7 appeals to the nation yesterday and then reminded people of COVID-era restrictions. He also urged citizens to conserve foreign exchange reserves by reducing consumption of fuel and also avoid traveling abroad for a year. He wants citizens to limit excessive gold purchases for 1 year and also prioritize work from home whenever it's possible. Now, this is primarily because of the surge in crude oil prices. Now, India meets 85% of its energy needs via imports, and a surge in crude oil prices means higher import bill. So these efforts are actually to reduce the pressure on import bill.
You are watching Sanglikar's Weekly.
Like in commerce, rupee fall is scary. Petrol and diesel prices are increased by rupees 3 per liter. Rupee hits record low of 96.14 USD, settles at fresh closing low of 95.86 USD. Forex markets under pressure from rising oil prices, dollar strength, and capital outflows. Asian currencies weaken on global uncertainty.
The rupee has hit 96 rupees to the dollar for the first time ever, and I'm sure this is something that Mr. Singh will also have to say.
Rupee has registered over 6% losses so far this year, and in the past 6 trading sessions, it has depreciated nearly 2% as Iran war risk escalation pushed crude oil prices higher. The dollar index moved northwards after strong U.S. retail sales and stable labor market data reduced expectations of aggressive Federal Reserve rate cuts. Forex traders said global uncertainties, relatively high valuations, and the lack of eyelid investment opportunities have weighed on capital flows. Stock markets end lower as rupee weakness and fuel price hikes stoke inflation worries. Markets close lower after intraday volatility. Metal, oil and gas and PSU bank stocks drag benchmarks as inflation and rupee concerns weigh on sentiment. A rupee's 3 hike makes India's inflation battle somewhat harder. Indian oil marketing companies have finally hiked petrol and diesel prices by rupees 3 per liter each, after reportedly bleeding rupees 1,000 to 1,200 crore in losses every day since the Iran war began. The fuel rate hike comes 2.5 months after the US and Israel launched joint strikes on Iran, initiating a long-standing war that has shifted geopolitics, disrupted supply chains, and caused price hikes across global economies.
US-Iran war. Attack on Indian flagged ship off Oman. MEA calls it unacceptable.
India has condemned the attack on an Indian flagged ship off the coast of Oman. The ship was attacked yesterday. India's Ministry of Foreign Affairs termed the attack unacceptable, saying that it deplores the fact that commercial shipping and civilian marines continue to be targeted. It informed that all Indian crew on board are safe and thanked the Omani authorities for rescuing them. The statement reiterates that targeting commercial shipping and endangering innocent civilian crew members or otherwise impeding freedom of navigation and commerce should be avoided.
Rahul and his investment advisor. Rahul Gandhi posted on X. Muthuji, your political views are your own, but please do speed up the returns on my investments. Muthu Krishnan Dandapani, Rahul Gandhi's investment advisor, not going to share any personal details. Just want to highlight how perception is different from reality. This is not to support any political party or leader. Want to let you know things are not as they look. In 2013, my client who was professionally working for Rahul Gandhi suggested my name to him to handle his mutual fund investments. From 2013, when UPA-2 was in power to till date when Vijay was sworn in with Congress support, Rahul continues to be my client for mutual fund investments. We have exchanged many mails and has spoken over phone lot of times. And as you are aware, I've been a strong Modi supporter from 2014 to 2024. Never once Rahul or his office staff brought that subject to me. I believe my tweets are regularly seen by his staff. They clearly differentiate between my professional service and political beliefs. And in every single conversation I've with Rahul, he addresses me with respect and never behaved in any haughty manner. Despite knowing my BJP support, he took my input few years ago for choosing a key professional. This post may lead to Rahul terminating our professional relationship. That's okay. Everything should end one day. Wanted to post this to show how mainstream media and IT cells of parties can make someone look completely inhuman. I do not know Rahul Gandhi as a politician. Based on last 14 years interaction, all I can say is he respects professionals a lot and a nice human being to interact with. Don't go by media or IT cells for any party that matter. To accelerate political investment and build influence quickly, focus on targeting key decision makers, fostering strategic partnerships, and leveraging visible, high-impact activities. In 2026, fast-tracking political capital involves demonstrating immediate value and aligning with powerful stakeholders to shape decisions.
And finally,
Johnny, yes papa. Eating sugar, no papa. Telling lies, no papa. Open your mouth, ha ha ha.
उत्तर प्रदेश के उच्च शिक्षा मंत्री योगेंद्र उपाध्याय ने अंग्रेजी बाल कविताओं पर कड़ा प्रहार किया है।
कानपुर में आयोजित एक समारोह के दौरान उन्होंने कहा कि जॉनी जॉनी यस पापा जैसी पाश्चात्य कविताएं बच्चों में अच्छे संस्कार नहीं बल्कि झूठ बोलने की प्रवृत्ति विकसित कर रही है। मंत्री के अनुसार ईटिंग शुगर नो पापा जैसी पंक्तियां बचपन में ही झूठ का बीज बो देती हैं। योगेंद्र उपाध्याय ने तर्क दिया कि शिक्षा केवल किताबी ज्ञान नहीं बल्कि संस्कारों का संचार है।
People break traffic rules all the time, jump signals, speed while driving, and the children accompanying the parents see their parents breaking the traffic rules all the time. This too needs to be spoken, Sergi.
Part 2 follows.